We will call the Finance Committee meeting to order. Today is Wednesday, June 17th. Time is 4:33 p.m. Just to do some housekeeping before we do roll call. Just to remind you that the microphones are in the ceiling, so when you speak up, speak clearly, and please limit sidebar conversation or extra noise at the table. You're shuffling around, or any conversations will draw the cameras to you, and they will be on you if you're making noise. So we'll start with item number 1, which is the chairperson's roll call. I am Fourth Ward Councilman Mike Gray, and committee chair. To my right,
Please all refer to the city council vice chair.
Kim Yee, Second Ward City Council.
Cynthia McWilson, 6th Ward City Council.
Adam Benty, Law Department.
David Skolnick.
Aaron Bishop, Health Department.
Mike Drummond, Building and Grounds. Charles Sasso, Public Works. Fallon, Mayor.
The main kitchen, CPAD.
Sharon Cole, Police Department.
Sean Carpola, Police Department.
Mike Kirk, Code Enforcement. Barry Johnson, Water Department.
Michael Isaac, Finance.
Spencer Turner, Third Ward City Council.
Zach Kelly, Fifth Ward member.
Jeremy Jones, WKBN.
Alex Rose, WKBN.
Kim Anderson, 4th Ward, Pomona.
Raquel Tautone, 2nd Ward Citizen Resident.
Camille Shelton, First Ward.
Dr. Daniel Van Epps, Northeast Ohio Regional Improvement Corporations.
Tracy Randall, 1st Ward Resident.
Erie Field, Youngstown.
Jonathan Huff, Mayor's Office.
Bruce Weaver, Firefighters Union.
Maybe Labra, Special Events.
Melinda Vatt, Youngstown Municipal Court. Cindy Canty, 21 News.
Bill Steiner, Wastewater.
Andy Resident, Communications.
Stephanie Gilchrist, Economic Development.
Chad Hawks, Law Department.
Law Department.
Lindsay and Merrill, City Clerk.
all right, thank you. We've completed the roll call. We'll move to item number 2, which is pending legislation. Under Councilman Hughes.
I don't know. I want to voice my opinion and objections to the press sitting at the table, particularly the regional reporters. And I don't believe that's what it should be. And it just, he, from time to time, has his comments. He goes on the camera. He wants to think jokes is jokes or back and forth, but period, that's nothing to personally going against him, even though it sounds like. But I don't think they should sit at the table. They follow the mics follow them, they do shuffle papers, they do whatever. The other reporters, they want to address the table, put their microphones in front of us, and just to get clarity on the picture, get themselves doing what they're doing. I think all that's inappropriate. I think him at the table is inappropriate. And he should not
Oh, Dave, get up.
And congratulations to you again.
Thank you, Councilman Hughes. Would you? Well, I think in general, there's been observations with press coming in past, putting microphones while meetings are going on. Maybe there should just be a press protocol we adopt on where they should be in the rooms and where the placement should be. Councilman Hughes.
I can follow up. Our procedures for our council meeting addresses the same issue. They're not allowed past the bar. They're not allowed in the section. There's a limit to where they should be. And we have already looked at that when we decided that they couldn't go on this side of the cage. And theaters, whatever you call it, the banisters out there, you gotta stay on that side. It's written in our procedure.
Okay.
And I think to carry that over, it's already here.
Anything in particular about this one?
Doesn't have to be given. I'm saying, yes, I say it is particular because that's our meeting and this is our meeting.
No, so you said to address it out there.
I'm saying address it out there. No, it doesn't say the cotton, but we didn't have cameras, we didn't have the situation we have now. We didn't have limited space that we want who we want, the department, administration, who we want to sit here. You look around the outside of the room, there's people that we might want to ask a question to, even for the one seat that he's occupying. It should not be manned by the press. You know, we have to pay when we put an article in that organization, and they get free advertisement here. I don't think that should have to be. I don't think it should go there. I don't think we should have to do too much inside. That's the proper way to be.
Okay. Councilman Hughes, I think it would be helpful though if we would update it in our rules for committees as well. Would you be amenable to that if we put language in there and adopt it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't think that should, I have no problem with it, but I don't think that should limit us from making this happen today. We have to see what we get from legal and what legal says. We afraid him gets up out of the chair and let us conduct our business without being interfered or manipulated by the press.
Dave, can we ask you this?
Well, Samantha, this is the
No?
finance committee meeting, so we're gonna keep the quorum.
So we're not gonna ask him to get up after our council, after our.
So I'm
colleagues
gonna
assemble?
chair the meeting how I see fit.
Chair the
Okay.
meeting, how you see fit.
So, Councilman Hughes, is that your wish?
That is my wish.
Mr. Skolnick, would you please take a seat on the perimeter of the room? I believe there's a few seats over here. Now we will proceed with the agenda. Councilman Hughes.
There's a microphone on the table. I think that's part of my gala. As in the sense of that should not be there either.
With the representative of the media who's placed the microphone on the table, please remove it from the table.
Mike, I will say that you may run into ADA non-compliance.
I will ask the law department to review. Councilman Hughes.
For one, he's sitting back there. He shouldn't be dressing you, Michael, if you guys are the best of friends. You know, in the sense of, I'm just saying, you know, as if he don't have to ask permission to even talk as a background. The whole problem is disrupting the meeting, and that's an example of it.
Fair. Thank you, Councilman Hughes.
Okay, let's get on with it.
All right. Moving to item number 2. Adam, would you like to address number 2
Sure.
or the finance strategy? I don't know who can give a more efficient summary.
Sure. I've been provided the summary from our outside counsel that handles the negotiations. Again, this is part of our pattern bargaining. Kyle can allude more to the finances of the 8% in 2026, and 4% of that was to catch up for 2025, 4% for 26, 4% 27, 2.5 in 28. Kyle can also address the party agrees to eliminate the 8.5% pension pickup at the effective the end of the year. Party successfully negotiated a slight change in the shift differential, slight change in longevity pay to make the longevity pay consistent with other unions and management. Increase the college bonuses. Again, those are pretty consistent with management. I don't know the exact management numbers. And kind of a couple other various miscellaneous things. I wasn't directly involved with the negotiations, but seemed to be a pretty amicable discussion with this union. I'll let Kyle, if the chair is pleased, to address the financial aspects.
Kyle, you'd like to pick up from there?
the union came in, kind of behind the eight ball because they waited till YPA finished. So as a result, they were a full year and a quarter behind schedule. We negotiated a pattern where each of the unions are being offered 4 and 25, 4 and 26, and 4 and 27. We agreed to a 4% catch up in 2026 for that 25 with no retro. We made changes to eliminate the city pension pickup. We are aware that there are proposals down in Columbus where they are looking to make sure that the elimination of that is possibly going to be in place across the state. So we did not want any of our unions who have the pension pickup getting caught up in that net where they would then see their wages increase by the amount of the pension pickup. So we negotiated the elimination and adjustment in their wage. We will be bringing that eventually to council for all unions that have pension pickup and eventually for management, which also includes council members. The union negotiations, we probably met 4 times. At the end of the day, both parties left the table feeling that they were well positioned in their stances, and at the end of the day, the union did vote in favor of this contract, and that's what's in front of us.
Have any questions from the committee or any members of the body that are present? Councilman Hughes?
No.
Councilman Turner?
Through the chair. Were you addressing both?
No, I was just addressing the one, and what's unique about OPPA is that it's going to actually be for 4 calendar years because we encourage them so they were not behind the 8 ball again going forward because our safety forces typically ask us to go to binding arbitration. We wanted to make sure that if that occurred again at the next go around, that they were not waiting, and that's why they accepted a 2.5 in 2028.
Councilman Hughes?
The range, right, 2.5.
Correct, that would be in 2020.
Okay, just a little bit how we come with the 2.5, we've been much less than that in the past in different times. Where are we at that we are even?
Go ahead, Guy.
The chair, that is a financial thing that would have to be discussed.
Thank you.
So that's part of the negotiation process. Councilman Oliver?
So, question on how are we tracking as far as the city's income in comparison to raises?
Kyle?
To the chair, we had more in cash going into 2026 than we'd had in the past. We had not been able to reward unions, and that's why we rolled out a pattern of 4-4-4. If you look back, there were many years where unions got zeros and ones. We felt to be competitive within the marketplace that we needed to increase our wages, and it was a decision of the administration, along with department head input, that this was needed if we were going to retain and be able to provide services to the community.
So we see this as these raises being sustainable for the city moving forward, according to a very income.
Kyle, go ahead.
Through the chair, we are hopeful.
No, I have no problem with
No,
giving people
no,
raises.
no, we are hopeful. We will evaluate that at the end of this calendar year, but yes, we believe that we will not have any problem sustaining what we have offered on the table through 2026.
Councilman Turner?
Thank you. So just for point of clarity, so the 4, 4, and 4, it also includes this union, but then at 2028, it goes down to 2.5.
25, 26, 27, and 20. 25 was a 4, 26 was a 4, and 27 is a 4. 28 is a 2.5%.
Thank you.
All right.
Seeing no more questions, we can move on to item number 2, which is the AFSCME Local 2726. We can do the same thing with Adam and Kyle, or
Sure.
go ahead.
Through the chair, the wages, again, pattern bargaining, 5.5% for 26, 1.5 of that is a catch up from 25. Made slight adjustments to exposure pay, clothing allowance. Same thing with the pension pickup with Kyle, which Kyle just addressed, which I think we're gonna do with our unions as we continue to negotiate with them. Kyle can speak more to the license reimbursement that we did for them. I know that was an important aspect of this negotiation if you want to. But other than that, this was another amicable negotiation. But go ahead, Mr. Mysak. Sorry.
Through the chair, I have to look. We've been meeting with 3 different unions and I need to remember. What we ended up agreeing with regards to the water department was that we were going to assist with training for obtaining CDL licenses. Harry, as the water commissioner, felt that there was a need to make sure that the workforce has enough because of the fact during the winter season, there are required call-outs. And I think I'm gonna actually let Harry speak on behalf of that, but it was his recommendation that we work with the union and provide this. So Harry would actually.
Mr. Johnson, have something to add to that?
Yeah, Chairman.
Go ahead.
So this was something that we have been working on for a couple of years. We could have made it valid. Part of the contract, valid part of the contract, where the city would pay to send, as selected by management, certain candidates to the trades to obtain the CDL license, and of course it would be determined by me and job performance. So again, we just made it official part of the contract.
Okay. And I think we did that similarly with another contract with Street recently. Yeah, okay. Harry, anything else?
No, I just wanted to show them to address. We created a new position. I don't think it's on the document. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we created a new position. It's called a back truck operator. One position where there's 2 slots available for individuals that help to operate that new back truck that we ended up securing. Council recalls what we got 122. We used 600,000 to acquire a back truck to help with the lead elimination process, the lead lines. Because by 2027, we have to give an actual read to the EPA of what our actual numbers are. There can't be any speculation. So we plan to deploy that particular equipment sometime in the next 30 days. As part of the contract negotiation, we created that position to make it a union position first of all.
Okay. Councilwoman Turner.
Thank you. Can you clarify how the pension pickup affects the employees?
Kyle.
To the chair, the pension pickup will impact employees with regards to, instead of an employee having the community contribute on behalf of the employee for its pension, that component will not come out of the employee's wages. So the employee's wages have been offset by that amount, so that when that is initially diverted from the employee, there will be a net impact of 0 on their overall take-home pay. In addition, it will impact the employees for overtime, because now their hourly rate is actually higher, so when they get paid overtime at 1.5, they'll actually take home more. And then the final impact will be when an employee retires. This will assist in increasing their 5 highest calendar years, which gets evaluated in having their final average upon retirement.
Councilman Turner, do you have a follow-up?
Yes.
Okay, so at this moment, when they get the raise, it will be offset by the amount they contribute to the pension.
Kyle.
This is not a rate.
Well,
Yes, what's going to happen is, once we get to this window on December 26th of 2026, we will modify within our payroll system what the employee's wages, and we will eliminate the city pickup. So when we provide you with a 2027 budget, you are going to see all the department wages being higher, and there no longer being two lines for pension pickup. It will just be one line, and that will be the line which is the contribution required to be made by the
Samantha?
Thank you. So those that will actually benefit are those that get overtime, but those in management, it'll even out.
Through the chair. The only positive impact it has is on overtime and retirement. It doesn't have any impact on your normal day-to-day wages, because your take home is still going to be the same. It's just that your wages then, now your contribution, which we're paying out behalf of the employee, would no longer be paid by the city, and be picked up by the employee.
Thank you.
Anything else on item 3, the AFSCME contract? Go ahead, Councilman Hughes.
Most of the ASME 3, is that ASME 3, we have, is that the biggest?
Is asking the largest department? Yeah, the largest department is going to be the police. Well, that's the safety forces, that's what I'm saying. Sure, I believe water is the largest non-safety force department.
Seeing no more questions regarding item number 2, can move to item number 5, which is about dead animal pickup. Chuck? 4.
I get through the chair, I have that.
Okay.
That's the information. Yeah, this is our dead animal pickup right now, as of May 31st. We're at about $22,000. We did 25 through the Board of Control at the beginning of the year. And we're averaging about 5,000, right around 5,000.
And this contractor has to comply with all of the requirements for storage and handling of animal carcasses.
Through the chair, yes.
Councilman Oliver?
Kind of stressed myself.
Councilman Oliver?
Right, so does this contractor actively look for carcasses, or do they have to be reported?
Through the chair, no, they're what we get reported.
Councilman Hughes?
What system do we have in place, the city administration have in place? I know you see click, but I'm understanding, is that active? If we responding to that, somebody says it's not monitored.
Through the chair, C-Click fixes monitored every minute of every day. I get them every 5 minutes.
At your office?
Just, and Public Works as well. But we get them there.
No, I'm a fan.
But thank you. Yeah. I'm not, yes, thank you.
Between dead animals and mattresses, we spend a lot of money keeping these things off the.
But what I was trying to get, is that the best way to report that? Is there another? Yeah.
Through the chair, we get a lot of phone calls, but as far as us being able to track what happens, C-Click fixes the best way for us, because then we can, run the reports at the end of the year and see what we've done in each different department, each person that's on C-Click things.
But we can still send you like an email.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Whatnot.
Yeah, the email's fine, the phone calls, get them all.
Councilman Turner?
Thank you. The increase of 25,000, is there a difference from squirrel to deer? I mean, I've called for deer in the front yard in their ponds, so I've just, yes.
Through the chair, no, it's just what we pay him per the contract, I think it's.
Through the chair, that last I checked, yes, it was 75.
75 in the end.
So it's flat.
They're making out when it's a chipmunk, but when it's a deer.
Through the chair, squirrel, possum, small things like that, our sand department.
Okay.
Shovel. They're on the road. It's more so the larger animals that.
We've got $5,000 worth of digging animals.
Yes.
Okay.
Deer would be very popular, especially in, we've had them in private property where we actually have to have them bring it out into the street, we don't go on private property.
Right.
Make them bring it down the street.
No. No, I'm just saying, we're only allowed to do what's in the public right of way.
Moving on. Item number 5. This is a $210,000 vehicle request purchase. Safety. Safety. Do you have questions, or do you want to take care of the safety?
I don't have a question. I think the concerns is we may have something go in negotiations, or I think that's what we were told. No questions on it.
Okay. All right, item number 6. Seat bed furniture. Maine?
Yeah, through the chair, this is pretty much the renovations are done on the second floor. And now we need to furnish it. And so we can complete the move from the second floor. 50,000 of this is coming out of the general fund. The other 44,165 is coming out of the CDA, because they can't buy furniture for us on the economic development side, but it's split between those two funds. And essentially, we're ready to go downstairs so we're efficient at what we do. We can host meetings and really we're doing a pretty good job of what we have, but it's time for us to go downstairs. So that's it.
Samantha?
Thank you. How close are you to the finishing up the renovation? Are you moving ready, or we're just looking for furnishing? Where are we at? I haven't seen it.
Through the chair, as stated, we are done. We just need this furniture so that we can relocate. All of the work is completed. If council approves this tonight, then our order will be placed, and as soon as it's delivered, we can make that move. And I encourage all of you, if you haven't seen it, I believe you saw it, didn't you, Cynthia?
I saw without any furnishings, and yeah.
So there's still no furnishings.
Right.
You'll keep looking at it without furnishings.
Okay.
No, but I would
That's right,
encourage you all to go see what you approved and the work that was done. So we don't have a problem with that either.
Councilwoman Wilson?
Yes, so what I was wondering, okay, did you take out bids for this, the 44,000,
We compare.
or it's just, how did exactly did you come up with this number?
No, through the chair, we looked at 3 different vendors. They were already in the system that we've used before. We eliminated a lot of things. We had a wish list. I went through everyone's wish list and we cut as much as we could. We're actually taking a lot downstairs.
That was my next question.
So everything is not going to be brand new. But this is, again, for equipment, furniture, labor, everything. So it's not just, a couple of chairs, but we salvaged as much as we could. And then obviously there's gonna be some things left for the move from the 5th floor to the 4th floor for zoning as well. So we're repurposing a lot of the stuff. So I believe we were good stewards.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Everybody get like a little hand-me-down. Thank you.
Was this not presented to us in the original proposal? Was it an oversight, or I think if you present something, you know you need new furniture with the Kyle?
Through the chair, we did actually, within the building grounds department, have a $50,000 budget or line item in the budget. So it was reviewed. The discussion about the additional funding was when we looked at the size of the floor space downstairs and what we were going to be moving. We understood we could tap what was in the CDBG budget, and under compliance, we meet those qualifications. So we were able to, between the two, come up with this amount, which we believe will accommodate them, along with also being conscientious of trying to reuse furniture and that we already have on the fourth floor.
Councilman Hughes.
This is the same floor that 2021, we had $150,000 to do that. I think it was engineering, it's 2 or 3 different departments. I mean, CDA was not a part of the thing. This is the same.
Through the chair, this was the area that the courts resided in.
Well,
And then we came to council initially with budget, and then Chuck came back to council after the bids were open because the bids came in higher than what we had budgeted. Council approved the additional amount, and that vendor finished making all of those improvements. And now the floor is ready for the bid. But everything has gone through council's approval outside of this request, and that's why it's in front of you tonight, and nothing has been ordered unless council approves it.
So
just let me just
go
comment.
ahead,
I just
Councilman.
I'm not really against the county. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to get clarity from before the COVID, we authorized, I think it was $150,000. No,
Yes, through the chair, it's 326,000, but you're correct on what you're talking.
that didn't sound like that.
No.
Thank you. I appreciate
Was
it.
authorized.
So we had an authorization back then. COVID came in, everything froze. Previous administration. You're saying now this is the new administration had council approved additional or changed that original?
Kyle.
Through the chair, the original request was not for any furniture or any,
And that is true.
right, it was just for the construction. This is now that we're finished, department under this new administration, this is what we've come back with them asking that we need to spend to be able to furnish what is required that is going to be new. This is what the cost is going to be to do that.
Go ahead, Councilman Hughes.
Just, I'm 100% with that into the process. I just want to understand it so that a year from now I can say that what you said this time. Okay, we can move on. I'm good. Am I okay there? I have no problem.
Yeah,
I think it's,
So, Councilman Hughes, were you contacted, were your questions answered prior to this, or?
no, like, ask me anything.
Okay. Councilman McWilson, did you have background prior to this?
No, well, this was my first and had a conversation with the main.
Okay.
Outside of.
I know you're asking your colleagues through the chair, but what are you asking if this is the first time they've
Yeah, I'm
seen this
conducting
legislation?
meetings, so it's, yeah, I'm asking who's had background on it. Some of my colleagues clearly have more information than I do. Some of my colleagues said they were contacted directly with background information. I was not going to receive that courtesy, so I'm asking who has information, because most of my colleagues feel comfortable with this. I'm trying to ascertain.
Okay, through the chair. I sent the exact same message at the exact same time to all 7 members of council. I got a response from Councilman Oliver, got a response from Councilman Hughes. I got a response from Councilwoman Cynthia McWilson. I got a response from Councilman Pat Kelly. I got a response from Councilwoman Turner. I did not get a response from 4th Ward yourself or 7th Ward,
Okay.
Councilwoman White. Exact same message, exact same day, exact same time.
All right,
I heard from 5 out of 7.
Councilman Hughes.
Did you say sent an email?
No, it was text message,
Text me. You know,
in which you all responded. You responded first. Shock me too, Councilman.
I must have just saw your name and just said, okay.
He was in the middle of a message and accidentally responded.
I'm just checking, I didn't get the communication, so I'm not sure what number it was. Text, was it a text message?
Yes, through the chair, yes, sir. June 10th, 4:37 PM. But through the chair, but I don't know why you didn't get it, but this also, I just wanted to stress that this was an entire 3 departments moving, not just me.
Okay. Councilman
So I just
Turner.
wanted to say that as well.
I would just ask you, Cal, for clarity on 50K is already in the budget. And then 41 is coming out of
40.
CDA.
44.
44,
I'm sure that is.
okay. Just- Thank you. And the logic.
Anything else? Thank you, Demaine, for the explanation.
Thank you.
So we're on item number 7. Anyone? Got Kyle?
Chair, we're requesting council, this is in the budget, to approve us going out and getting bids to construct the actual storage building. Steel has already been on site. We are following the design that was recommended by the architect. We believe this is gonna come in lower than that. Ultimately, the cost of the building was proposed steel and all siding of $14,000. Council approved that last year. That was ordered and it's been delivered. Now we are gonna go out and bid for the construction of that steel that's sitting on site over at the back lot.
Other feel on that? Councilman Turner.
Thank you. So is this just like a US Steel building similar to like what we got up at the, you know, I'm talking about up the street, up the side? No.
The chair, this is gonna be similar to the building that was constructed at the street or the park department, but it's going to match the aesthetics of the Cavelli Center so that on that footprint, it all looks like one campus. It doesn't distract on the eye. So it will look very similar to what the colors are of the Cavelli Center currently.
Heating and cooling the building as well?
Through the chair, that will be a process that will be evaluated probably next year, once we look at the admissions tax.
Councilman Hughes.
But does it need to be?
Through the chair, it probably is because right now we'd like to move the basketball system out of the Cavelli Center. Right now that's been stored at the bottom, lower left-hand side of the facility, which takes up a lot of space. And that's been one of the biggest problems we've had. But at the moment, right now, most of it's going to be used for our equipment, chairs that we use during the summer season, the ones that we rent also as part of on the lawn, and some of the forklifts and the extra Zamboni facilities.
Councilman Hughes, or Oliver.
Really? I'm just saying, I mean, you could be, yeah. So basically, we can look forward to you coming back and asking us for additional funds for the HVAC system.
Through the chair, right now that has not been evaluated until we get the building constructed and they see how much of what can be stored in there. Right now, there isn't, I don't believe, a need for air, potentially for heat, just because of sort of temperatures that we saw last winter. But yes, most likely not until next year with next year's budget.
Councilman Oliver.
So is the building gonna have a new insulation?
Through the chair, right now, this is the metal structure of the building that's being constructed, correct, Chuck?
Through the chair, with the PNB building, You purchase the building. You select the building that fits your needs. You purchase the building. With that becomes, after you purchase the building, they release all of the shop drawings for foundations and all the appurtenances that come with it. Generally speaking, they're not, well, they're lightly insulated, but they're not insulated to the level like this building would be.
Any additional questions on the shed? Right, item number 9. This is CPED.
Yeah, through the chair, Gulu Electric, they decided to expand instead of relocate. Doing over $1 million in expansion. There's a couple of phases. They already paid tap-in fees for the first phase, if you will. They're expanding again off of that, tying into that same system. So rather than charge them twice, we're asking council to waive the fees for the tap-in for their expansion.
Okay. Any questions on the waiving of fees for item number 9? Councilman Hughes?
Who sponsors that?
It's under the mayor.
The waiving, I thought that was the council.
We have the authority to do it, but the mayor, the legislation under the mayor. That answer your question?
I believe so.
Okay. I skipped 8. Anyone wants to best speak to CS Public Affairs? Yeah, Mayor, I don't know if you want to speak on behalf of the contract for the
Sure.
CS Public Affairs.
Yeah. Thank you, through the chair. I believe, Andy Resnick is the owner of CS Public Affairs. I'm not sure exactly when, but contracted around the time of slightly after the tragedy of Realty Tower to provide professional services to the community, namely for press conferences, public releases, but additionally providing services around communications and interactions with media, working on the image of, I'm not sure if we're having an issue or to continue.
That's you right.
Yeah. I was just wondering what that was. It's
I had no staff out there to help, so.
Thank you. Any other additional questions on that? Councilman Turner?
Thank you. Mayor, can you explain the difference in how you are managing this position from last administration to now? I know I get the press releases for ribbon cuttings. I just want to know what else is happening here as far as public relations.
Sure. Thank you.
Mayor, go ahead.
Through the chair, we're looking at not only just those traditional public releases through departments. We have, things like road construction, repaving, obviously the communications through media when those need to happen. But we're looking at more of a comprehensive communications plan for City Hall as a whole. So he's directly relating to the website that we'll be doing, looking at how to robustly integrate email communications, working with departments like the water department. You saw at the beginning of the year, we had, thanks to, Water Commissioner Harry Johnson, my first, EPA mandated boil alert, but wanting to make sure that we can communicate those things effectively, efficiently using modern technologies there, working with departments like our events coordinator, David Labra, for events to make sure we deeply engage our community going beyond there. So his scope will not just be limited to PR, but an overall robust communications plan for town halls. We're going to host one of those tomorrow for the city. So it's going to go take it a little deeper. So we're going to go back and retool a little bit of what that use was beyond just PR.
Go ahead, Samantha.
Thank you. So are you saying you have done that and we're still within the 60,000, or you're saying you're going to be doing that?
Yeah, through the chair. So this is a renewal of his expired agreement. It was an annual contract. So within this contract agreement, running from this June till May of next year, within that 60,000, that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah.
there's no other questions. We were at 9, we did 8, then we did 9, then went back up to 8, we'll go to 10. The courts increasing their, you have a court administrator here, but if anyone has questions, we should be happy to answer them. If not, we can move to item 11. Councilman Hughes.
I just want to say I do not have a question.
Next year.
Item 11 and 12 are health department. Anyone have any questions? These were awards for different grants. Questions? Aaron Bishop, health commissioner, is here. If there's no questions, go to item 13, which is 2.9 million under the water main replacement project. Harry.
If we should, if we just, legislation to increase our appropriation to accommodate the proceeds, exchanging proceeds and what happened. The Brandon Park, water main treatment project. With the effective loan. In here, so we have. These changes in this proceeds.
Okay. Kyle.
Through the chair. This is, given that, put together the budget, this is not something that we're funding. We went out. Secure loan. All the project was approved by council to go out and bid it. This is more for finance to have the appropriations in place. We're asking council to increase appropriations under this project, which we will be fully reimbursed, so the net impact on the city's bottom line is 0. Once the project is finished, we will then, over the next course of 20 years, pay this debt service back. But now, because of the way the state has changed its programming, we are now having to front these projects, get reimbursed. Or in the past, we would pay the state would pay the vendors directly. We would not appropriate it on our books. Now this is the fix for that. We'll be doing this with all water and wastewater projects.
Councilman Hughes.
I'm just trying to get at understanding, that's all. But Crandall Park, can we do the history of what we're trying to do and why is it Crandall Park?
Harry, you want to address that?
Sure, Chair. We want to give it a name. The area that we're looking at is essentially the Crandall Park area from Gypsy all the way down to Todd. So how we came with that name, we don't know, but the name is immaterial.
Yes, I believe that's it. What I was trying to get clarity on is that what part of this is benefiting or the part of the record. If that's the case, then
Councilman Turner.
Thank you. This is a coming to Redondo where we just have the grounds.
Yes.
It is, so.
We had that discussion.
Yes, so that's my only question. Does this also include the work that also includes the work that we're gonna open the ground back up and redo all the lines? Just
If necessary.
okay. And my only thing that I wanted to say is that that's something that we must communicate like heavily, because we were open and the streets were closed for months on end, and we're gonna go back and do that. So if we talked about this before, I just think we need to, as far as PR goes and communication with the neighbors in Crandall Park North, which is that area, we really need to make sure that we talk about why this is happening and why we just finished the ground and we're getting ready to open up. If I could just put that out there, and Andy
We're running short on time.
If he passes
here.
contract.
if I can just,
Councilman Hughes.
one, if you're talking about even doing this for the grounds, that if there's something wrong, if I got something wrong with my the east side. And the east side pipes, and the east side water. Still got groundwater. And we're spending millions of dollars in the farming mayor's neighborhood. And kind of the council person lives here, but what about my east side? There's a.
Well,
quick
it's,
answer.
we're gonna,
I'm good.
all right.
I don't even know.
Gary, you can.
Just real quick, so we look at this area because it's dense. There's a lot of homes, you can tap it this project. We're looking at the Glenwood area too because of the same reason. The other neighborhoods where the houses are looking more spread out, those are the locations where we're doing more the work house and using some of the contractors. Regarding the groundwater issue, I just finalized the plan for the next of the two zones, FYI, that just happened last week. So I just finalized final hearing drawings for that process.
Any other questions?
None.
All right, the rest of the items. 14 through 32 are discretionary requests, nominal dollar. Ordinance 26-175 is in the second reading. Anyone wants to have any further discussion regarding that? Oliver.
I want to say I appreciate the administration getting us additional information on this piece. I do now understand what it is and the example you made is as far as if City Hall needs to put in a boiler, if WFJ needs to put in a boiler, it's going to be important to dig up the street basically at the same time and not two different times. Kind of gave me an idea of what could happen all over downtown, whether people paying on or with all the system. So thank you for that information. I do want to say, or add to that, kind of towards Councilman Hughes' point with the brown water on the east side, what Harry was saying as well. We do set a new precedent when it comes to passing this legislation as far as what the city will and will not do, or what's within our wheelhouse and our purview to do as far as city responsibilities. This is basically something that we're coming down the line. Whether the study comes back and says something that would nudge the state to be able to participate in what we're trying to get to. See a greater request coming to council for further action down the line. The point I'm trying to make is with this new precedent in doing something that goes outside of what the city would normally tackle. And I told Cal this board meeting, like I don't want to do like what we don't do anymore. You know what I mean? Like if there's sidewalks needed, there's brown water need to be tackled, if there's investment needed in parts of the city that's having war zones, like we're able to throw money clearly with this legislation at problems to be able to fix problems that are big enough and important enough to tackle. That's what we're clearly saying with this legislation. So that should be the new precedent across the city with anything that's happening. That's basically what I need to say.
Right.
I do support the legislation.
Any other discussion on that? So it looks like 2 through 4 going to 4 and 7 to 32. 6 through. So I will entertain a motion for items 2 through 4 and 6 through 32 to go to the floor for consideration.
Second.
Right, it's been moved and seconded, send items 2 through 4 and 6 through 32 to the floor for consideration and passage. Make a motion that item number 5 go to safety committee. And I'll make a motion that 26-175. The second reading go to the floor for consideration and passage. Right. I think that is, we did miscellaneous first apparently. I think that is everything. Elaine, I did find your text on my city phone. I saved your number in that phone. Use that communication on my personal phone. Anything else before we adjourn the meeting? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. You're adjourned at 5:28.